What up, guys? Welcome to my channel. This is your boy Don Jeff. As you know, you always come with the truth, nothing but the truth. We are here again with another episode, but today's episode is going to be about working permit. As we all know, in Italy we have different type of working permits. We have Permesso di Lavoro Subordinato, Permesso di Lavoro Domestico, Permesso di Lavoro AUTONOMO, a lot. But today we are going to talk about a specific Permesso di Soggiorno, which I think is one of the most and the good documents so far. Permesso di Lavoro Subordinato. You know, when you want to have this document basically means people who are working. If you are working in a company, if you are working for somebody, and it doesn't only mean you have to work in the company to have Lavoro Subordinato. Anybody at all can give you Lavoro Subordinato. If I have my company or maybe my job or somewhere, some office, warehouse, and you are working for me, you can also have Lavoro Subordinato. It's not only for those who are working in a company. A foreigner can open his small job and give you a contract Lavoro Subordinato. So self-employed is the Lavoro Autonomo. Lavoro Domestico are basically those who are working in the house or badante, those kind of babysitting and stuff. That is Lavoro Domestico. And even those of them, even some of them even have partita IVA to claim that they are doing self-employed. They have their own bosses and they pay their own taxes. So, but we are not going to talk about these ones. We are talking about Lavoro Subordinato. The advantage of this Lavoro Subordinato and the disadvantage of this Lavoro Subordinato, I'm going to break it down for you to get it. If this is also your first time watching me on this channel, it's all about education, influence, and entertainment. If you want to be part of the family, all that you have to do is subscribe and click the notification bell. When I post a video, you have it and on time, and you will be among the post notification gang. Today, post notification shout outs go to the guy who corrected me in my previous video, because I wanted to explain something for people to understand more, but I couldn't put it in the way it's supposed to be, and he corrected me. Thank you very much. We are all here to learn. If I make a mistake, you've seen the mistake and you correct me, I will learn from it. I'm not that type of guy. You know, I like to learn. And that's why I'm here today, because you cannot stop learning. We learn from each other. So if you want to be part of the family, just join it. You are welcome. So let's go to the main reason. Lavoro Subordinato is a document given to people who are working, having their working contract, working for people and stuff like that. The advantage of this document is you have access to everything. You can have a family reunion, you can bring your family, you can bring your wife, as long as you have all that it takes. You can bring your family, you can travel around with it, you can go other European country and stay there for 60 days. I think, yes, 60 days, no, 60 days, that is 2 months, right? 60 days for just visit tourists and stuff like that, and 90 days if you have a working contract or a working permit over there, you can still be there and do your things. But I don't say because I said 90 days you can just go there and go and look for a job. Nobody should ask me if I can work with Lavoro Subordinato. I don't know yet, but what I know is if you have a working permit in some countries or maybe a working contract in another country, if you have that type of document, it helps you to go there whilst changing your document. You have 90 days to even run your things over there. So that's why I'm telling you. Another good aspect or maybe good side of this document is you can go home, come back anytime. You can change it to carta di soggiorno when you have 5 years stay over here, you work for 1 year code, and you can change it to carta di soggiorno. You can request for passports if you have 10 years over here, 10 years resident over here. So sometimes the resident, many people, there's a problem over here. The resident, don't look at the day you came in Italy or maybe you start having. Just look at the permit, where from the time you have your permit upwards. Read it like this and you will have your 10 years without even having more thinking or maybe being afraid whether they are going to give you or not. So calculate your document and request for the document. So if they give you 2 years, the last 2 years that you have to renew, you have to request for carta di soggiorno. If you want, you will not allow the 2 years to finish, then you can renew it without even the document expiring. You can just go and do new request that you want to request for carta di soggiorno. And also document this Permesso di Lavoro Subordinato. How many years are there? How many years do they give this Permesso di Lavoro Subordinato? Basically, according to law, it's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be 1 year and 2 years. 1 year for those who are having maybe from 3 months, 2 months, 6 months working contract to 1 year working contract, and 2 years are those who are having life contract, like unlimited. contract. So if you are having a life contract or maybe fixed contract, you're supposed to have 2 years when you request for the document. And there are people who are even lucky. Sometimes they even have, or maybe let's say 2 years document, because they renew their first document having a 1 year contract. The next time they are going to renew, they will just give them 2 years. And this also happens to Lavoro Autonomo. Most of the people used to have 2 years. We'll talk about Lavoro Autonomo later, but let's continue with Lavoro Subordinato. The big disadvantage of this document is you always need a working contract to be able to renew this document. So if you don't have a work, it's easy for them to send you back home. If you don't have a work, it's easy for you to lose the permit. So in this country, or maybe in Italy, Lavoro Subordinato always need a working contract. That is the big disadvantage. So if you lost your job, it's a big problem. If you lost your job, it's a big problem for you if you have Lavoro Subordinato. But don't get it twisted. There is always out. There's always a solution. First, if you lost your job in the country, if you are having Lavoro Subordinato, what you have to do is just go and do disoccupazione. And many people don't like to do disoccupazione because if they lost their job, that's it. They just sit down, or maybe they start looking for another job. First, try and do disoccupazione. When you do disoccupazione, you can use the disoccupazione to request for attesa occupazione. Once you have this attesa occupazione, you can still continue searching for job. If you have a job, you can change the attesa occupazione back to Lavoro Subordinato. So how should I do this thing? First, you have 60 days from the day that you lost your job to do disoccupazione. If it passes these 60 days to other days, sometimes it's very difficult, it's very complicated for them to do it for you again. So these 60 days, or maybe when you lost your job, quickly go and do disoccupazione. Let me tell you, don't ask me where should I go. Go to any office that they work for, or they help workers. IMSS, Centro Impiego, or any Camera de Lavoro. Just go there. Just go there and tell them you want to do this disoccupazione. They will take you to the right office that you need to go. But most of the people used to go to IMSS, and IMSS will do it for them. Most of the people used to go to Centro Impiego. Centro Impiego will tell you to go those places and go and do it before. So just go. I don't want to be showing you everything, or maybe telling you everything. If not, you are not going to learn it by yourself. Face it. If you face it and you make a mistake, you learn from that mistake. You want to do what? Disoccupazione. Go to those offices, ask anybody, I want to do this disoccupazione. They will tell you to go to the right office. Because if always you have the information, or you go there, it will not boost you to learn much. Go do mistake. That is how I used to do. That's why I know all this thing. I like to face the facts. I like to do it and make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. So disoccupazione is what you have to do. When you do disoccupazione, then you go and request for attesa occupazione if your document is about to expire. When you have the attesa occupazione, continue searching for job. And basically, I think it's up to 1 year this attesa occupazione. Continue searching for job. So if you have a job in between this 1 year, then you can go and change the document again to Lavoro Subordinato. But please, after the attesa occupazione and you did not find a job, it is easy for them to deport you, because you don't have a job. So be very careful. It is easy for them to deport you if you don't find a job. So what can I do if I couldn't find a job? You can open your own job. Lavoro Autonomo. Create something. If you have Lavoro Autonomo, then you can change your document to Lavoro Autonomo if you want. So we'll talk about Lavoro Autonomo in some kind of video. Is this document renewable? Yes. Permesso di lavoro subordinato is renewable. You can renew it anytime. You have, anytime it expires, you can renew it. You don't need to think about how and when and no. You can renew Lavoro Subordinato. All that you need is your working contract, your code, your photocopies of. We will talk about that. I will just give out the document and make sure that I explain it in a way that everybody will understand what type of document you really need to renew the document, to renew Lavoro Subordinato, the type of document. I'll talk about that. But you can renew it. You can change it to carta di soggiorno. You can request for passport, everything. So I think maybe I've explained much for you to know the type of document you have, and I think if I did not add something and I remember in my next video, I can also ask. And tomorrow I want us to have a live video, my first live video on YouTube. I just want us to come together and talk about something, because there are certain kind of comments. People don't understand permesso di soggiorno. They think, okay, permesso di soggiorno, have it, work, and that's it. No, I saw a lot of comments. People are saying, yes, we just collect the document, work, and that's it. No, it is not like that. You must think in the future. If you are dreaming, okay, I want to start, we'll talk about that tomorrow. We will make everybody should share his thought or maybe his mind on the topic, and let's all know what we can do, whether they are right, whether we are wrong, or maybe if we have to learn from them or whatever they are saying, we'll also learn, you know. That's why we are here. So we are here to come. The thing I want to add to this video is, when you want to change your document to Lavoro Subordinato, maybe you have Casa Speciale or humanitarian protection, or maybe any type of permit, and you want to change it to Lavoro Subordinato, you can book the online appointment and go and change the document. But one thing you must take note is, when you already have the document Lavoro Subordinato and you want to go and renew it, don't book the online appointment. Go through the post office process, because I did the same mistake when I book appointment for somebody through online to go and renew his permesso di lavoro in Bologna, and they told us that no, we have to go through the process of the kit modulo. So you have to go to post office, collect the kit modulo, fill it. I'm step by step, you know. I will do a video and show you how to fill all these things, so that you don't always have to go to another office or maybe association or maybe somebody to help you. You can just look at it and fill it by yourself. So this is what it is. You have to go through this process. When you want to renew it, go through the post office, kit modulo, pick it and fill it. When you want to request for it or maybe change your document, you can just book the online appointment and just go and submit everything, and they will change it for you. So that is what I think you need. You just changing the document is very easy. Somebody who said you need a life contract, you need 6 months contract, you need this contract. It is not like that. If you have a contract and you've worked before, you know, you have your booster paga and everything. You shouldn't think of working for 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, 4 years. No. What matters a lot is you've contributed a little. You know, though sometimes they will tell you it's not sufficient, or maybe you have to bring proof and everything. Yes, but make sure that you've contributed something, and go with Questura. Do allow people to change their document to Lavoro Subordinato, even if they just have 1 month contract, or maybe they just have the contract, they did not even contributed. So just give it a try. If you just have the contract, don't be hearing what people are saying. Go to Questura, okay? If you want to know more information about your document, what you should do, just go directly to Questura and just tell them, you know, this is the time I just have the contract. Can I do it or not? Or if you think maybe it's not, you don't want to go to Questura, you just have the contract. Go and take the kit modulo, fill it, put all the documents you know they will need inside it. If there is something they will need, or maybe you did not provide something, they just tell you to bring that in, and they will put your document on hold. The practical will still remain on hold. And you know, a practical can remain on hold for even 1 year until you cancel that practical. So if you want to cancel the practical, you have to go again and tell them you want to cancel the practical. So your document can be on hold whilst you are looking for what they ask you to bring. I hope you've learned something. If I made a mistake, or maybe you know something more than I do, you can also comment down below, and let's all learn from it. You know, it's all about education, and we are going to do more. Make sure that we all understand our document. We all get to know what type of document that we have. I hope this information will reach, and don't forget to help a brother by doing what, sharing, and also giving it to other people. Let's make the immigration system so easy for all of us. I'm an open person. You can call me, we can have a chat. You tell me your problem. If I can solve it, I will help you. If I cannot solve it, I'll show you how to go about it. There are so many people, if they call me and I tell them you need to contact a lawyer, that means you need to contact a lawyer. If I have information and I can help you with that information, I will tell you what to do. So don't get it twisted. When I tell you you need a lawyer, maybe you need to contact a lawyer. I am not working for the law, though they are working for the law. So I can only do things that I can, but not everything. So if I tell you need a lawyer, bro, you really need a lawyer. God be with you. God help all of us. This your boy was Black. I'm out.